Shazam box office report, Birds of Prey in action, DeNiro talks Joker, and a lot of television news. Even though this is DC movie news, we cover it all.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's DC Movie News.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's four greatest...
You're Roxy.
Three greatest heroes.
Yeah, well,
Three greatest heroes.
Roxy's here via Spirit from Chicago. So there's four.
All right.
Here we are.
She's here like a Force ghost.
There you go.
See what I did there? Star Wars.
You made it relevant
I
to the
did.
day's news.
I
did.
did not see that yet, but that's okay. What's up, everybody? This is DC Movie News Live. Here we are
Hey.
on the Popcorn Talk Network. So good to
the
be with
boys.
you all. Yeah, Boys Club today.
Boys Town.
Hey.
Here we are. So yeah, Roxy is in Chicago for the big Schmodown event this weekend, as well as I guess it's Celebration Weekend in Chicago for.
I guess they got a couple of things going on.
Celebrate
Yeah.
good times.
So you
Come
have
on.
a lot of geek fandom descended upon Chi-Town,
Yeah.
and as such, ancillary geek activity.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Listening to all this stuff coming out of there right now, and it's like I never wanted to go to Celebration, but I'm seeing all my friends going nuts for the stuff, and I love the enthusiasm. I guess that's like us in Hall H, like when they do that kind of
Sure.
thing. I guess that's their Hall H for them.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, that's awesome. I see it. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, well, this was a big one because, there was so much,
There had been a little bit of a dip off.
it was a little bit of a stumble. To quote Gary Delabate, it was a bit of a stumble. They had like a couple movies. One was like not everybody loved,
One
and
kind
one
of
that a lot of
split the
people.
fandom.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought Force Awakens was basically liked, was it not?
Oh no, we're going beyond those.
yeah. I think that one was
Force
basically
and Rogue
like,
they loved. Force
yeah.
and Rogue they loved, and then it took a detour.
Did it? Okay.
And that split the fandom. And this seems like everything that's coming out of it. I know we're not talking about it, but it seems
Last
like
Jedi was very divisive. Solo was mostly just like, why?
yeah.
Nothing new here.
That's what I
Yeah.
heard. Yeah.
That was the feeling. But I don't know. This one looked good. But basically, this is all to say, obviously, this is not Star Wars news. There's
No,
plenty
it's
of
not.
those shows.
No.
But Disney kind of dominated the week because they had this Disney Plus announcement.
Yeah.
And so there's not a ton of DC news. We got some stuff to talk about, but there's not.
But that's okay. Every week is
Tremendous
not
amount.
loaded with news. We've had it's been a good 2019 for
Yeah, it
DC.
has.
I mean,
Yeah.
Shazam is crushing it. We'll give you a little box office update.
Give it to us.
By the end of the week, which is essentially right now, it should be at right around 70 million domestically, which I think people are very happy about. And obviously, Endgame's coming out, which everyone's saying, oh, it's going to get destroyed. Well, yeah, of course
it
Endgame
is.
is going to destroy the box office. But Shazam's been out a couple of weeks. It's okay. Still doing very, very well.
Yes.
And everyone seems to be enjoying the heck out of it. And I don't know where it's going to be as far as projections go.
I'm going to say this. I have a feeling it will probably make the least out of all the DC films.
Do
maybe,
ya?
maybe more than Justice League, but you have to understand it's already made back its budget. It's already
Yeah.
a success. They've already
What was the budget?
$80 million.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
We're
so-
somewhere between 70
So I would
to
say
90.
I would say it's going to end somewhere mid 600s because Endgame is coming out. The talk is it's going to dominate this box office against this weekend. Hellboy is going to tank.
Which
from what
is
they're
so
saying.
crazy. I'm shocked that we have another pretty major superhero, like the third film, obviously not connected to Guillermo's films,
Right.
but like they were so gung ho to not let Guillermo make his very
You
expensive
remember that?
version.
They were always like, he's
And
like,
yet-
I love his voice. I have a script. I want to do it, and they're like, no, we're not doing your movie.
right, because it was too expensive. But then
then-
reboot it so quickly.
And like, we're just gonna throw money at it. It's like, what? Guillermo, the fans, that was like you would have had a. I mean, granted, even the first two films never made tremendous box office, but they're loved. They're great films.
Yeah, and
you
the
watch
fact-
them; they're so well done.
It's clearly going to make. If it's already at 70 and it's
We're
second,
talking Shazam, right? Not Hell.
Yes,
yes, Shazam.
If it's already at 70 and its second weekend, I mean, it's safe to say that domestically it could. You think it'll cross 100?
Oh, easily.
Definitely
Yeah.
domestically, and it's doing
yes.
really well overseas too. I agree with Mike. It's gonna beat Justice League, but then probably fall.
just beat.
Yeah.
And that is not to say. I hate when people throw up because it doesn't make a certain amount of money. A film, not saying Shazam, that it didn't do well. This movie's made back its box office.
Yep.
It is a. I would say a C-list character at best.
And
Not many people
internationally,
know about this movie.
People will love this film internationally. as well.
It'll have legs. It'll make. The sequel's already been
And it was
greenlit.
kind
so,
of the best reviewed, right? Isn't it like
and
the
it's-
best
I think
reviewed
it's-
of all the DC
I wanna
movies?
Say, I want to say it's just under Wonder Woman as far as Rotten Tomatoes score. It's like 92. It's like it is an unmitigated success, but because it didn't make $800 million when
Let me get your thoughts on this, both of you, because a
shoot.
lot of people
Let's give some thoughts.
Let's give some thoughts. A lot of people are trying to figure out, do I like Aquaman better or Shazam better? And to me, they're they're such completely different films that I'm not even worried about whether or not I like Aquaman or Shazam better. I enjoyed them both for what they were. Aquaman was something we've never really seen before, and Shazam, it was the fun film that everyone was hoping for, and I think it surpassed a lot of expectations. So to me, it's like, I think we had 2 home runs, and of course, Aquaman financially just exploded.
Sure did.
These are both. That's a great analogy. That's a sports analogy for anyone not aware. That's a home run. It's when you hit it out of the park and you get a score. And the reason they're both home runs is because Aquaman crosses $1 billion with Aquaman, the character that was a joke in a TV show a few years ago, and then Shazam, a character that for years has been a problem for DC because it's really similar to Superman, what to do with it. The tone is all over the place. There's a tiger. And they rolled the dice with these 2 characters, and they both did what they had to do and then some. So now the conversation is nobody's worried about DC movies or the future of them anymore. With those 2 successes in a row,
we talked about it the last time I was on. I was like, I just wish either Justice League came out before Wonder Woman or never happened, because we've had 3 massive successes in a row.
I still don't understand how you have all those huge characters in one movie, and I'm still reeling from the bombing of Justice League.
It is the hands that were all in it, the Sujihara, all that crap that. We now know what was out. We now know what was originally planned with Snyder's 5 films.
And people must
you just look back and you're like, oh, no wonder it failed. But and you hear these stories now coming out about Hellboy, of all the fighting on set and this and that. It's like,
the reviews of that are good.
But that's not even the reason. It's like the behind the scenes.
Apparently.
So you just know. But I went and saw Shazam finally again for the second time with my girlfriend, and she is kind of like. She likes these things because I love it. It's part of my world. So she goes, but she was really excited for this, and she sat down with me, and she absolutely loved this film. She has no idea about the character, doesn't know the history of it, and she loved this film because it's all about heart, and it's so heart. I always tell us the movie's wonderful. That's what I use for this movie. It's wonderful.
That's the number one thing I tell people, because Shazam is making a lot of buzz, and people say, well, all right, you host a DC show, like, do I need to know anything about Shazam? No. You can sit down, not know anything about the character, and you will have it explained to you in a fun way, and you're going to enjoy it. Case in point, the lovely Shannon.
I think that's why the Joker has going for it. I mean, I think
again, it looks like such a total different thing, and I didn't realize that there were a lot of people that thought this was a bad idea, because we're in like our own little bubble.
I kind of thought, remember, I wasn't on board with it.
Yeah, I guess
until that trailer,
were.
I was not on board with it. I was like, why are they doing this? I don't like the character. I saw that trailer and I was just like, oh, I'm on board. I'm ready to go.
I gotta say, I was sold because I just love that actor so much, and like.
But did you see? They were never there. I thought that was 2 hours of him just playing with himself. It was like, I was like, oh God.
Well, I didn't love that movie the way it was kind of hyped to me before, but I loved like her. Yes, I just think he's tremendous.
Oh, he's no doubt.
He's one of these like force of nature actors. That is just so good. And Tom Phillips is a guy that can do whatever he wants. So it was just like this idea that, much like what I've heard about the Harley Quinn movie, is that like the pitch is what sold this movie. It was not like the studio saying, well, we've already made these calls to investors and we have to have these movies. Right. The strategy that you hated for so long. Like just announce and now we have to make these movies.
Right.
These were filmmakers who were like, well, I had this idea for a Joker movie, and they were like, tell us more.
It's like, I don't want to deal with what you've got over this Justice League mess. Can I just do this character in this film over here?
It's a totally different strategy than Kevin Feige taking, like, directors that are kind of up-and-comers and bringing them on this more TV style of way that they were making those movies.
That's a good way to look at it. Marvel has a very much like a TV style.
It is, and it should be, and I love that. I love the Marvelness about it.
Is your costume designer department for the entire film. You're not going to bring in, hey, I've got my costume designer that I worked on. He's gonna come in. They're like, no, they're going to work in this house.
Well, do you remember when the rumblings first began about this Joker being made? And we're thinking, wait, Joaquin Phoenix, Jared Leto, we're going to have two even we were, you can go back and watch, we were all perplexed, to say the least. We're like, wait, how is this going to... And guess what? It all got worked out. We had Shazam crushing it, already had about $160 million
Remember how we always talk about Shazam like, this ain't happening. This never happening.
Of course.
This ain't happening. And I think what's funny now is how The Rock's coming on. And I didn't realize that he was a producer on Shazam. I didn't realize that.
Yes.
But he was like, hey guys, happy for the success. We're going within a year. It's like that almost seems like a fire got lit under him. Going.
So does that bring us to our next topic? I don't know.
Sure does.
Segue us?
Well, we're talking about the sequel to Shazam, which was announced.
Yes.
Which makes sense. And then I heard like, oh well, part of the reason it's moving along, kind of like the Stranger Things situation, is when you have kids at that age, that maybe are a little older, playing a little younger. You gotta go quick.
Yeah.
So now here's the question. Chat roll, jump in. Are we going to see Shazam 2 before we see Black Adam?
Well, the Rock said what he's filming within a year. Right?
Yeah, that's what he said. So, but if Shazam is moving quickly, then they'll probably be filming within a year too.
But here's the thing: they could film it and sit on it if it doesn't make sense for
They
the
could
story.
film them both close.
Remember in the movie, the Wizard tells him we gave our power to this individual and it didn't work, and they showed kind of Black Adam in that kind of like form. So is it going to be in the past? Is it going to be when Black Adam?
Here's my prediction. You guys tell me if you think I'm crazy.
Right.
Here's my call.
Please.
Shazam 2 is coming out first.
You reading the tea leaves?
I'm reading the tea leaves.
Okay.
I'm thinking Shazam 2 before Black Adam, possibly the same year, possibly shot around the same time. But then I think it's only going to be in a movie called Shazam versus Black Adam that they actually meet up. I don't think Black Adam's going to be in Shazam 2.
No, I don't think so either.
And I don't think Shazam's going to be in Black Adam 1. And I think they
so
might
either.
show that. Maybe they do sort of a dark Captain America version
Where he goes
like
to sleep?
Well,
Like
no,
he's
where we
put-
start in the past.
Yeah.
And then like we bring him into the modern day.
I'm on board with
Because
that.
they are intimating that he is going to end up being some kind of an anti-hero. Like they're not going to make Black Adam an out-and-out villain.
Right.
So...
And they could set it all in Kondak. Is that what it is? Not Kandahar.
Kondak.
Kondak. That's
Kondak with the Q.
His country. He's kind of reigning over. I think that's a smart idea. I think what I don't think is what I'm trying to say here. These films, you got to strike when the iron's hot. I think, and I think Wonder Woman 2 is pushing that border. It's like we haven't seen her in a while.
I know, but they went right into production. That's the thing is after that whole contract negotiation, they did get into production quickly. That movie is one that they're like holding on to like for like a really long time.
And people are dying. And DC's doing great. Hopefully, Joker will be a nice success. And I think the Joker again. I think I read the budgets for that like $30 million for the Joker. So
really?
I think it's low.
Wow.
But that'll be success opening weekend. Birds of Prey is kind of for me the odd like what's going to happen with it budget wise, but it's going to come on that February sweet spot, and then Wonder Woman 2 will be next summer. So
And I'm back.
We're pretty split in the
And
chat
vocal.
roll.
What do we split on?
Well, some people think that there's no way The Rock sitting on the sidelines that Black Adam's going to come first.
but The Rock is so busy.
He's always so busy.
But the fact that he hasn't said anything about it until like this weekend when Shazam went gangbusters, he thanked everyone and it's like, hey guys, we're going forward with it. So that to me is like,
yes.
okay, he's like, I think that's almost kind of like, because figure you got 10 projects and you see Shazam, you're like, damn, this is so damn good. I want to be a part of that. I know I've got this character. Let's go. All right, guys, get this script. Let's go.
I also want to see, as much as I appreciate the Shazam costume and the padded muscles and everything, I like to see Dwayne Johnson actually just fill out a super suit. Yeah. He's one of the guys that can fill out the super suit. Even Henry Cavill, I think his costume has accentuations, and that guy is
I don't know.
stacked.
Henry Cavill looks like a Greek statue.
He does, and he looks even bigger than ever
and
now.
The Rock
Yeah, he
looks
does.
like he
But his
busted
costume-
out of a Greek statue.
Yeah, the Rock looks like it's a cartoon of a Greek statue.
He is the most attractive human being on the face of the
I
planet.
guess I'd prefer to get Black Adam first and then Shazam right afterward, back to back.
Did I talk to you guys about the Shazam suits and my thoughts on it?
No, what were your thoughts?
Well, the thought is because remember everyone was like, Zach Levi did all that stuff about him working out, and then they showed the costume, and he was all kind of, they said the puffy muscles,
Right.
And they kind of went at him about that. But then you see,
It looks great,
But then
yeah.
you see the reveal of the Shazam family, and they all look the same. That was a specific choice to have those muscles all look the same.
Yes.
So everyone's body type is different. And if you had all those actors that played the Marvel family working out and then used minimal muscle enhancements, it would have all looked different. They all look like the comics come to
And
life.
the
So I think that was a
casting-
very specific choice to make the muscle suits all very similar.
And the casting was great. Did we mention Henry Gayden coming back to write the sequel?
No, we didn't.
Okay, so
yeah.
our friend Humberto Gonzalez, El Maimbe, released just a couple of days ago. Henry Gayden will return to write the sequel to Shazam. We already talked about how you got the kids involved. You kind of got to do it relatively fast if you want the kids to still be little.
Yeah, so you got to start shooting kind of quickly. They have ideas. It seems like David F. Sandberg definitely wants to come back.
Do you think they have a story already?
I think they do.
Wow.
I think they do.
I would think so.
I think
don't
they
know.
do. I mean, we spoilers for Shazam right now.
Clearly, Savannah's
we
not
saw
the villains.
Well, no, I mean, I think Savannah's now got Mr. Mind
Mr.
on
Mind
his
in his
shoulder.
head.
Like, it does seem like Savannah would be back. Plus, you have a whole team, so he's going to have an army. So maybe you do get Black Adam in this. I don't know. But it's also interesting that they're going to be different tones.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Shazam that I don't know. Mr. Mind, Dr. Savannah, and Black Adam are the three villains I know that Shazam has.
I
So,
gotta
like,
be honest though, I feel like if you have a sequel, you want to up the ante. You give us The Rock, man.
It does seem
but
weird.
that seems like you're going from this to this. Like, there's gotta
But
be
there is also a whole team.
Yeah, they got
It's
the Shazam
not just
family.
one hero now. There's
we might get a
whole
glimpse
team.
of his backside or something. Who knows? Maybe not full Rock.
I don't know. It would be cool, but again, I don't think he's going to end up being like ultimately an evil villain.
No,
Black Adam.
No, I think he'll be very gray.
Yeah, and Savannah
Gray Adam,
is
if
pretty
you will.
much evil.
Yeah, he's evil.
By his own admission.
Yes.
He's
doubt.
gone there.
So yeah, we already mentioned that. Obviously, the film's at 160 million just about, which is great. And the sequel maybe will be filming soon. You heard it here first. Adam Gertler says Shazam 2 will happen before Black
That's
Adam.
my
So
prediction.
you're thinking it's like going to be like Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, King of Monsters.
Yes, or yes, or even what's
eventually
going on
come
now
together.
is
You know
Godzilla
what I
King of
meant.
Monsters, and then next year Kong
Get
versus
rid of Godzilla, King of Monsters, Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
So I agree.
Yes.
I think that's what it's going to be too. I think it's going to have Black Adam's going to have his own movie. Shazam's going to have his own movie. Then we're going to get Shazam versus Black Adam.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that.
Wasn't the... Are we allowed to talk about... It's been out, so most
Yeah.
people have seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just going to say, I don't think we've all been in the studio together since the movie came
have
out.
not, no.
I really was pleasantly surprised by the post-credit scene. I did not think there was going to be one, and there sure was.
And there was two. There was the mid credits and the
Which
post
one are you
credits.
talking about?
Oh my God, my brain. I think the first one is what... Was there a post?
That was not in the... That was not... The one you're talking about was not a post-credit scene. It was in the film. The two post-credits were Savannah in his cell, him talking to the fish at the very end.
Yes.
You're thinking Superman. Right?
Oh my God, unless I didn't even stay for the end of it. I thought it was over.
Superman happens
Shoot!
before the end credits.
Yeah.
That's the last scene of the movie.
Oh, yes, of course, in the
Yeah, but
cafeteria.
that's what you're talking about.
No.
Oh.
I was talking about...
Aquaman?
No, I was talking about the...
Savannah.
Yes.
With the Mr. Mind.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
you're right. That's post-credit.
Really enjoyed that. I just didn't expect it.
Okay.
It was pretty sweet. I thought, like, we would just have nothing in the credits.
Well, then upon watching the film on sequel on following viewings, you see that Mr.
glass.
Mind is in there. He's in
Yeah.
the glass in the forefront of the screen early. I saw
And then it's broken
Yeah.
in the middle of the movie when the Sins destroyed it.
exactly
It's gone.
And Annabelle is in the movie.
I didn't see that.
Annabelle in the
I saw a photo,
in
but
the
I...
shop early on. Annabelle's
And-
right there. When you see it in IMAX, it really
And-
really stands out.
Is it Annabelle is in Aquaman as well?
Yes. Yes.
Is
it's
it the doll, right?
It's when... I forget what scene it was,
it's
but...
where Mara's craft is in the underwater container and they go
Yeah.
through the sewage. It's in the floating there.
Really cool.
Okay.
So, yeah,
What
a
else
lot
we
of,
got?
lot of Shazam talk, but also we got Renee Montoya in action. That's right. Rosie Perez, Birds of Prey. We got some set photos going on. That's another thing. We're all excited about Joker, but here we are, Birds of Prey shooting.
Yeah.
I think they're wrapping up this weekend, right? Or soon.
Yeah, very soon. They've been shooting for a while, and we have a lot of actually the next couple of stories. We have different photos
set
from
photos,
the shooting.
shall we?
Yeah. So Renee Montoya, Rosie Perez, it looks like she's going to have a major role in this
I
film.
would think so. Yeah.
So, so do you think she's going to be sort of like hunting the birds
Now,
of prey and
didn't
they're
we-
working together
Did
in
you
like
guys
a
talk
Gotham?
about this last week? Because I don't remember the story where they said Harley Quinn is not part of the Birds of Prey. She's kind of like the rogue
yes.
agent in the film.
Yes.
She's not a part of the team. So I would assume Montoya's more a part of the team.
Well, I don't know. See, I'm
Is she going
wondering
to be
if
the Gordon to their kind
I
of
think
Batman?
maybe a Gordon to their Batman, but also maybe at first she's kind of hunting them before she's working with them. I think you're going to have everybody working on your own thing because we have Black Mask as the main villain in
Right.
this, and then also Zaz, Victor Zaz is in this
Yeah.
movie too. So I think you're going to have these
Interesting.
vigilantes that Montoya would be on the other side of. Obviously, Harley Quinn is like a villain, straight
Right,
up
right,
villain,
right,
but
right,
then
yep.
she gets kicked out by the Joker. So we
doesn't
will
join
see
right away,
the
yeah.
Jared Leto Joker, whether he's actually playing it or not. You see a glimpse of it.
It's going to be not much, I don't think.
So,
know.
but I mean, the film is called "The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn." So it's
her
going to be
story.
about her getting her groove back. How Harley got her groove back.
Oh, you like that one too.
I think it's just going to be a fun scene to see Joker just throwing clothes out of an apartment. Like, it's so humanizing. in a way.
Yeah, how are they both in an apartment? How are they both out in like a federal prison?
New York is pricey.
Well, they got out in Suicide Squad, so they're on the lam, as
I
it
guess.
were. They're on the lam.
Yep. We also have a photo of Harley Quinn and Cassandra Cain on set going for a little drive, which
Yes.
we can't see in studio on our TV.
Right, because
that's okay.
we are screenless. But we know that happens.
Yes, that does happen.
Take a
so.
little joyride together.
Moving on, so James Gunn is going to be using the same costume designer that he used for Guardians of the Galaxy, which is very exciting because she's fantastic, and her name is Judiana Makovsky.
And I think it was Guardians 2. I'm not sure if it was the costume designer from the first one. Yeah, Guardians 2.
Good call.
Did the Idris Elba news drop before last episode, or did it drop like an hour after? Or was it an hour before? I was
What's
trying
that?
The Idris Elba is not Deadshot.
So the Idris Elba thing happened while we were shooting the show last week.
Because I remember sending it to you, but I think you guys were taping.
Yeah,
Did
but
you
the
talk
chat
about
roll,
it?
the chat roll, yeah,
Okay,
told
good,
us.
good.
But we still don't know. But I mean, it's certainly worth talking about that. You know, some people were picking Bronze Tiger because that's a black character, so it's a fair guess, and he's a frequent Suicide Squad member. But right now, nobody knows. Nobody knows who he's playing. It's so bizarre. This story gets weirder and weirder because at first we were like, oh well, if he's recasting Deadshot must be super important to the story. Yep. And now, not recasting Deadshot, but the actor staying there.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out what he could be doing.
Well, I'm like, I don't think, I wouldn't think they want to piss off Will Smith by getting rid of him.
Unless, do you think maybe his schedule's busy and he's going to play a lesser role, perhaps, where he's not on set as much? That's
Will Smith or
Idris Elba?
Just to go back for a second, Ivan Soto has an interesting question. I'm curious what you guys think. Does creating the Shazam family make Billy less special as the main guy? My feeling on it is, you know what it did for me? It kind of made that Superman cameo weirder. Because I'm like, he's a superhero. He don't need this validation from like the people in the cafeteria anymore.
Well,
he is the guy.
As a kid, though, people in the cafeteria don't realize who he is. So,
This is true.
and
This is
instead of
true.
getting picked on at school, it's like, hey,
For me, it's still, even though they were superheroes then, they're still kids.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you were a superhero, you would still look up to Superman.
Yeah.
No matter how many of you there were. Like, you wouldn't go like, we're superpowers, so we don't need you anymore, Superman. You're still like, oh my god, I'm going to be buddies with Superman now. We're going to hang out at the Justice League. We're going to hang out in the Watchtower. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Yes. Well, that's how they
that's-
play Shazam a lot in the Justice League
Yeah,
stuff.
I think that's all the kids are kind of like that. I think, Mary Marvel might have a crush on him. Maybe Eugene will have a crush on him. You never know.
Do you think it makes it less special that you have now a team of heroes versus just the individual?
no, I think it makes the family that much closer in a way. Now, I don't know how they're going to play into the sequel.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a question for Jeff Johns. Like, why did he create these characters to do that? Like, it was always Billy and Miss Mary Marvel and Shazam.
Yeah, and
then
Captain
there's the
Marvel
old-
Jr.
And there was the old guy that was like the fat guy with the white hair.
Yeah, who would also wear the Shazam outfit.
Yeah, so, like, what were
we
those-
probably saw the same cartoons.
Yeah, but so it's like, but where was everyone else? That's a Jeff Johns, the New 52. So I'm very curious what his thought was on adding that
So
to the
what I would like a little bit
mythology.
more clear, because I like power sets clearly defined.
all right.
I would like to know the movie seemed to intimate that they had specialty powers.
Well, I think, isn't it each one of the kids has a specific one?
yes, but it was a little gray. Because they all could kind of do everything a little bit, but yeah, one was supposed to be really strong, one was supposed to be really fast. Yes, that's the idea, is that they all have one of those. I would like to see that.
One shot lightning, Eugene shot lightning.
Yes, so if you make that clearer, and then Shazam, Billy's character, has got all of them, then it's not less special. Then it's like he's the captain of the team.
Yeah.
So I hope it's more like that, and maybe we'll get more into that in a sequel.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned, we do know Suicide Squad 2 costume is going to be great because Judiana Makovsky's involved. Robert De Niro talking about Joker and its affiliation with King of Comedy. That's a film from 1983 where
Jerry
he was
Lewis.
basically a crazy comedian who became obsessed with a talk show host who was Jerry Lewis. And Todd Phillips flat out said, he said, look, I was influenced by that movie a lot, and there are Joker influences there. And so De Niro said, yeah, there's a connection. It's not as direct as the character that I'm playing in Joker, but he made it clear that if they would have proposed the idea, I would have said that's interesting. Maybe we'll try it. But by making this type of film, it's connected in a way, as you'll see. So it's amazing to have.
Can I give you another quote from Bobby D here?
Please. Bobby D.
He said, "But it's not." It's not a direct
here we go.
connection.
Oh, good.
Because the character I'm playing, Rupert, many years later as a host. Okay? if they would have proposed to me, I would have said, "That's interesting. Maybe we'll do that.
Do that.
Maybe we'll do that."
We'll do
But
that.
not. It's connected, but it's different. It's not the same.
Yeah, opposable thumbs.
Yep.
That's damn
So-
good. Damn good.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen King Comedy?
I have not. I need to, though.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It makes Jerry Lewis like seem like a normal actor person. Like Jerry Lewis is great in it. It's worth a rewatch. If you haven't seen The King of Comedy and you're waiting for the Joker, I highly recommend this Scorsese classic film.
Moving on, I have not seen this yet, but we got some Watchmen.
Yes,
Yeah, I haven't seen this either.
So I just saw this today. So they just released some test footage from the Paul Greengrass abandoned Watchmen film. So there's about 30 minutes of footage. It's worth checking out because
30 minutes
one of
of
the
footage?
actors. What?
30
Yeah,
minutes of footage?
yeah. Now this is stuff that was shot as test footage, so there's no budget, but it might give you an idea as to the tone that Greengrass would have done. And it's interesting that you know who's playing Night Owl.
Who?
Ian Glenn.
In this thing?
Yes.
Wow.
Who we'll
Now,
talk about in a little bit.
I have the script for this Watchmen. It's
The Greengrass one.
It's interesting. I believe.
So why did they scrap it?
There's a couple different scripts I read. There's one by David Hayter, who's known for the X-Men films. The Greengrass one, I believe, was set. They didn't do the whole '80s thing.
Right.
It's very current, taking the current but twisting. I think there's a set piece on the Statue of Liberty, if I'm not mistaken. But it was very current. They set it in like a nebulous time period, but they didn't do the whole "hey, this is the '80s" changed thing.
There's I saw a little bit of the footage today, and you could see the very famous.
Now this is not leaked. This is officially released, like it's out, or was it like, hey, we found this and it's going to be gone in a few days?
I don't know the official status of it. It doesn't seem like it's being rescinded or anything.
Okay,
it seems
'cause
like it's kind of just
I gotta
surfaced.
check this out when I get home.
But you will see this famous scene with Rorschach eating the beans out of the can
Is that
with
bean
his
juice?
mask.
The
You know,
human bean juice.
beans. Yeah.
He was so damn good, Jackie Earl Haley.
Fine like
My
this.
God,
Don't you want to heat him up or something? Fine like this.
he's
Yeah, he was great.
So damn good.
And what else?
And lastly, did you want to talk about this Xbox One situation?
I mean, I'm not a gamer, but it looks incredible.
So here's what I don't understand. There's a Shazam Xbox One gaming console, but there's no Shazam Xbox One game. That does look awesome.
They just did the whole skin.
Yeah, skin.
I'm not into that. I'm a gamer, and I'm not into the whole buying your PlayStation that's got the Batman logo all over it. Or
I got the Arkham Knight PlayStation, and it's
did?
very classily done.
Okay.
It's very like subtle.
Okay,
It's
not like
awesome.
that.
It's not like this.
You better love the movie that you're.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be with you for a long time.
Kids, they got their things.
But yeah, now I think it's time to cross over into the other universe.
In honor of Roxy Striar, it's time for.
Because she's not here.
Because he's in Chicago.
Far, far away.
Tuh.
Here, see what I did there.
Yes, you did. All right, first things first. Game of Thrones star. I don't know how to say it. Is it Ian Glenn?
I think it's Ian.
Ian.
Ian is a weird way to say
Yeah.
Ian, but okay. He's been
Isn't-
cast to play Bruce Wayne on Titans.
Isn't that also Palpatine's name? Ian
McDermott.
McDiarmid.
McDiarmid. That
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, so this dropped the other day.
Definitely an older Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and I think it's great because I sent up a picture. People are like, someone's posted. They always do this in TV shows, and I hate when they do it because they don't know if they're going to use the character, so they'll use like the back of an actor without his face. And they did that in one of the episodes of Titans. And this bigger guy,
which was cool.
And people are like, "Oh, Bruce Wayne aged in 20 years." But then I threw up a picture of Ian Glenn in Tomb Raider. He was in Tomb Raider 20 years ago, looking very young Bruce Wayne-ish. And I'm like, okay, 20 years. They'll probably give him a wig. Or they're just going to gray him up and make him the older Bruce Wayne. Because in Titans, they're going for a very gruff
Yeah.
Batman.
I don't think they're going to gray him up at all. I think he's pretty much the age he's going to want to be.
Yeah, but he's got that reddish hair. He's got a reddish tint.
So they will darken the
They'll
hair.
darken him. Or they'll go grayer. They won't keep him with his gingerish hair.
I was surprised that some people were like mixed on this because the guy's amazing on Game of Thrones.
He's a great actor.
He's such a good actor. You know he's not going to have a huge part in the show. It's not like he's playing Batman.
They'll probably do like a flashback or, you know.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, the impression I'm getting is that they're going to try to reconcile because the whole season one
Then I think
is about...
I'm even more on board.
Yeah, I think they're going to move forward with their relationship.
I think Titans it hit its stride. It took a little while to get going, but man, I mean, we got Deathstroke coming. We got Jericho. We got his daughter coming in. We've got Bruce Wayne now.
If you think about it,
going all out.
I think him adapting the Nightwing moniker might be indicative of him accepting
I
Bruce.
hope they finally show him in that Nightwing suit.
Oh, they're going to. Well, we know this because the kid that plays Jason Todd is a season regular.
So that's season regular.
We're not having dueling Robins, and at the end of the season, he's already killed Robin. You know, Dick does not want to be Robin anymore.
He did that early on. He burned the suit and everything.
Yeah, with like a couple episodes left. So
I'm excited.
I'm really excited. I love the fight choreography on the show. I bet we'll see Batman do a little something in plain clothes.
Oh, hopefully.
Little
I'm
something.
on board. I think this guy's great.
I don't think we'll see him. I think it's awesome. It's so exciting. How can you not be excited for this?
Well, one person who's definitely not excited is Stephen Amell. He's very upset and even said he had an ugly cry over Emily Bett Rickards leaving Arrow. So
yeah, it's interesting. We know that they're getting an 8th season, an abbreviated 8th season. My thoughts are this, and it hasn't been announced yet. I think Emily Bett Rickards,
yes,
she's got another TV show. I think she booked a pilot.
She's doing a Broadway show.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, she's on Broadway right now. Apparently with a show that she's been involved with before.
Is there a limited run on that, or is
I think so. It's like it's happening like pronto. It's like happening soon.
I think she got a TV show then.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason. Because they're not going to film season 8 of Arrow till 6-7 months from now. It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
So her play would have done. I guarantee next fall she'll be on a TV show on some other network. I think she probably was asked to let go of her contract.
So do you think
There's no way you do 7 seasons of this. And we have to remember the fact that she was a 1-episode co-star.
Yeah.
And turn into what she is in the show. That's a testament to her as an actress. They created that character, and for her to leave before the final season is kind of like, it feels like she had her run, but I got another show that's going to last.
Yeah, I have a feeling that there's something she's really excited about. And look, when it comes to your career, we all know this. Sometimes you got to take a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
And to not go, hey, there's 10 more episodes, let's finish it out with a bang. I think this was one, hey, I got this TV show, I'm the series lead, guys, and they're like, go do you. I think,
maybe maybe this was
nothing against it.
I think maybe this was creatively synergistic, meaning that if this ugly cry is indicative to the death of Felicity Smoke, if you kill this character, then with this 10 episodes you have to finish season 8. I'm excited about, my biggest complaint about all the CW shows is just the really long drawn out storytelling.
Yeah.
So I think if you end this with the death of Felicity and then you have 10 episodes to wrap up this series, I'm excited about where that could go. And maybe it was beneficial to both sides. And she didn't have to make the whole thing. And it's not about them going off together in the sunset. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know if you're going to actually kill off Oliver Queen in the Arrowverse or what. But
maybe.
I'm going to watch for the first time in a while.
There you go. CW President Mark Pedowitz is talking about someone who is arriving, and that's going to be Batwoman. He said, we know who we are, and everything is pretty set forth in development. He noted that Batwoman will help extend the franchise and the Arrowverse. So a bit of a connection there for sure.
Yeah. So still connected, and clearly now you have your dark rebel vigilante. Like within one season, exit Arrow, enter Batwoman.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's smart. It's a female-led show, which the public is demanding more.
It's kind of like a refresh.
Yeah.
I mean, I would hope they've already talked about that the crossover that is going to be next season.
It predates the crossover, they're saying.
But just saying.
Oh, Crisis.
The Crisis that's coming is bigger than anything they've done.
Yeah.
I think it's going to establish the fact that Queen can come back in some form.
Right.
The show is over, but these characters are not done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they've established in this world. You know, we'll have these characters.
It will be
around.
interesting to see because, you know, as we've discussed, the famous first Crisis storyline ends with the death of Supergirl, as DC was attempting to kind of eliminate a lot of their multiverse and kind of make a universe a little bit more like Marvel. But a big death. So it would be interesting if a big death like Oliver Queen could happen. But as we know, in the CW verse, there are infinite multiverses, so he could always come back in a different form as a different actor. That we even implied that John Diggle was Green Lantern on another universe. So there's a lot out there to do.
Indeed there is. And well, how about this? There's a lot to do. Lucifer's back, and it's going to be on Netflix. And you talk about people being in shape. We're going to show you the trailer or the teaser or whatever you want to call it.
Are we allowed to show the trailer?
There's some sensuality. It's scantily clad.
I know.
We're going to show it right here.
What?
Unfortunately, we can't show the trailer, you guys.
Okay, we cannot.
Yes, we have been embargoed from showing trailers.
Well, Lucifer is in a pool. He's half naked. He's coming back.
Coming back on Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix.
And now everyone's like, yes, daddy. I don't know. That's what they say, the kids, the girls. Yes, Daddy.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
They're like, yes, Daddy.
Oh,
That's
because
their
he's
saying.
like a daddy
Yeah.
type.
Or Zaddy.
He's a
They
daddy.
say Zaddy. That's the new thing.
Zaddy?
Yeah.
Yes,
you know how it
Zaddy.
is. They're like, They saw Mufasa in the Lion King trailer and like, oh, Daddy. I'm like, well, that's a cartoon.
Who's saying
lion.
that?
Like, the girls online. It's all of our friends, the same group of friends. We all have the same friends on Twitter, and they're always like, Simba or Mufasa's his dad,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Like, oh, Mufasa, dude, Daddy. I'm like,
Wait,
it's a
are they saying they're
cartoon.
attracted to a lion?
Well, ask those girls.
Okay,
ask
I'm
those ladies.
not gonna go there.
But they're in our group of friends, and they're all doing that, and I'm just like, okay. Kind of check reality sometimes.
Spoiler, he bites it.
Hey,
Hey,
yes,
Daddy.
he does.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the news
That's it?
that's fit to print. There's not much else going on in the world.
Yeah, that pretty much covers the news. I guess.
Have you noticed we're either some days on this show with news, it's like we're like, wow, we're done. We got okay, that's it. Another day is like we still got 20 more stories and we only have 2 minutes left to go.
I know.
It's either
And we
feast or
talked-
famine here. It seems like.
And we talked at length about the topics as well, and we still, we moved swimmingly through them. But I think we did as much as we could as far as the.
Oh, I will
DCU.
just say, with regard to Lucifer, I haven't been on board, but I think now that it is all on Netflix, I might be more inclined to watch a couple of these shows together.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and bust through some Lucifers.
Okay.
We'll see.
VOD makes
Could
it easy
happen.
to do.
I'm still really trying to get to catch up with Gotham and watch Gotham by the end, but man, it is a challenge.
They showed that trailer for the last couple episodes, and I was like, wow.
What's going on?
Yeah, it's not.
But how
They're
weird
going
is
for
it?
broke, man. It's over.
So the fact that Bruno Heller, creator of Rome,
Okay.
love that show.
Yeah.
This show, Batman, Gotham, not the hugest fan of, and now doing the Alfred. Do you think the Pennyworth show doesn't look like it's the same tone as Gotham?
And it looked completely different than I thought it was going to be. So it's. I'll give it a shot. But
Pennyworth
it
looks-
really thought it went completely different than what I thought. They're
Pennyworth
kind of like doing
looked-
young James Bond.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be kind of more of his time in the military.
Pennyworth
Yeah,
has a sense
so-
of humor. It looks like to me.
Well, I think Gotham thinks it has a
Yes.
sense of humor too.
Gotham thinks it.
They want us
know.
to talk about Doom Patrol. I'm a couple episodes behind on Doom Patrol. I think
I'm a
might,
little behind.
I'm gonna watch a couple of episodes. I think right now because I'm feeling a little bit tired.
It's funny. There was an article I didn't post in the links, but they were saying that Doom Patrol is kind of getting more critical success, but it's not doing the numbers that Titans was doing.
I could see that.
And I'm
it's
very
a little
curious
weird.
why,
It's-
because everyone that I know loves Titans, or loves Doom Patrol. As in Titans, they were always kind of like, it got there for me. But I was just
Yeah.
like, Doom Patrol, man, they go for it. I love the fact that they're unapologetic. They just go for it and just have fun with it. I mean, the talking goat and everything. I mean, not talking goat, but the goat and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's so weird and kooky, but it scratches the right itch for me.
yeah, I agree.
But I do love Titans.
I really, really, I'm like both so far, and I'll say it before, I'll say it again. I can't believe we've got what a great couple months it is. We have Game of Thrones returning this weekend.
I don't watch
Sure.
it.
I watch
I'm
and
one of
love
those
it.
only guys that does not watch.
We
Titans.
have
I've never seen an episode.
Justice League versus the Fatal Five arriving on DC streaming universe on Monday,
And that means, well, no, Ninja Turtles Batman is next. And then
Yeah.
Hush.
yeah.
Damn it, it's going to be so long.
Then we got an Avengers movie showing up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Godzilla, Swamp Thing,
When is Swamp Thing? May, right?
May 31st.
When are we getting a picture of the big guy?
I don't know.
You would
They're
think by now
really holding back.
It's a month and a half away. You would
I
think we get a
think
picture
we'll
of the big
start
guy.
to see pictures in a couple of weeks, maybe. I feel like
Do you feel
everything is on after Endgame.
I'm so glad
Yeah,
nothing's
they're
been.
smart.
Yeah.
Let
It's a
Endgame have
TV
its
budget.
thing.
They don't have the dollars to spend. They have to be more effective with their advertising dollars.
Okay, I'm on board with
I
that.
do think it's weird that we haven't seen anything, but I'm also glad we haven't seen any wonky pictures that
Right.
can get criticized. You remember how those Titans costumes were getting
Yeah. Oh
ripped
my
apart
God.
months before anything was officially released? They've kept this really on lockdown. We have no idea.
But we do know there's an actor in a suit. Or there's an
Derek
actor.
Mears.
Derek Mears. So
Yeah.
we know that there's an actor. It's not just going to be like a
Yes.
disabulated, dismembered, like SWAT voice.
I think it's mostly going to be man in suit, which is great, but I think enhanced digitally, which we've
Yeah.
never seen before. And sometimes he's just going to be the freaking swamp.
When I think of it enhanced digitally, I think of the Aquaman costume. Because he
Okay.
wore it on set, but there were the tracking dots on him,
Yeah.
and it just smoothed over the seams where the muscles would come. And it just looked so great. You couldn't tell with CGI. I think they've really come to a point where do it practically and then enhance it. Like Winter Soldier's arm.
yeah.
They enhanced that digitally, which I
Yes.
think
No, that was
is
a great
great.
one.
Fair enough.
So hopefully that'll be what it is with Swamp.
Man in suit doing Doom Tribe T. Yes.
All right.
So, Johnny.
Yes.
Anything you want to talk about before we go away?
Jeez.
Yeah, there is.
Until next week.
I wish Roxy was here to be in studio for this.
Oh boy. Get ready, guys.
It's
Grab your tissues like Stephen Amell.
It's a bummer to say this. This will be my final show in studio for DC Movie News Live. It's life happens, and sometimes life takes you in a different area. And I'm not going to be in Southern California anymore. So I'm gonna fill everyone in at some point. But right now I'm gonna keep all the details private to myself. But I'm okay. It's just that sometimes in life things happen, and you have to make a decision. And so
it's a
decision
step up. It is a moving
Johnny,
forward.
I know that you can't talk about details yet, but is this a positive thing? I mean, are you mixed about this? How are you feeling about it's a huge move. You're moving to Florida.
Well, yeah.
From California.
I didn't say where I was moving. But,
Did you not?
No, I did not.
Oh, can you not say that?
I can't say where I'm moving.
All right, redacted.
Yeah, I didn't. I will not confirm that. But no, I'm going to be moving, and it's a good thing. It's an opportunity that, like I said earlier, with our careers, you never know what's going to come up. Sometimes you have to take a chance, and it's been an amazing 4.5 years. I mean, we have photos to I collected a whole bunch of photos.
4.5 years, hasn't it, for you guys? I came on a little over 4 years ago with you guys. I was in February. You guys were welcome.
November.
Welcome me on.
Yeah.
In February of 2015. And it's been 4 years with us. Wow.
Yeah, I remember when Christian put the show together, Christian Harloff, and we got to the point.
That's the picture of
no,
me
there's
looking down at Roxy's chest?
Mike,
for God's
there's
sakes,
a lot.
my girlfriend watches this show.
There's a lot of them.
Man, babe, I'm sorry. I know you're watching right now.
It's a collage, Mike. There's
Look at
photos
Roxy
from
with
all
dark
of
hair,
us.
too. Look at you guys.
Yeah, these are from way back in the day. We can just kind of get through them all and go through memory lane here.
What's your shirt say? 2016 Monsoon what?
It's,
Monsoon Mirrors?
It's a funny shirt. It's Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan.
Oh.
It's a pro
Were they
They're wrestlers,
I know the
classic
wrestlers. Was that a team you wanted? Now that's a picture I love. That was
Yes.
a birthday. I've got that on my fridge at home. Mm-hmm. It's a great picture of us.
Indeed.
Look at that. Oh man, the old studio. Look at that. Oh man. Man, I don't want to get that now.
Johnny.
So we have more photos. Yeah, we want to just show them all. But yeah, it's been an amazing, amazing time, and I'm still going to be involved in the show. I'm still going to help put the rundown together. Hopefully every week, I'm going to try to do my best with that.
Can you chat in with us?
I think so.
Like we always do. Kind of like we got Johnny. You'll be like Johnny on the spot. We'll call you Johnny on the spot on location wherever you are.
Yeah, I mean, look, I still want to be able to do trailer reactions. I'm still going to help put the rundown together every single week. So I'm still on the team.
Yeah.
I'm still on
so
the
you're
squad.
just going to do labor for free? Just because?
Yes, I love the show.
People love our reactions that we're doing lately.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
Ryan,
We have to keep doing those reactions. Yeah,
Ryan,
people
our
are liking
producer, has
that.
been great about putting the four of us up together like that. I don't know how he does it, but he does it, and people have gone nuts for that.
Ryan has really stepped up our show to the next level. Our producer Ryan Nilsson, and we're very grateful for him. And it's been so fun. Like these last 4.5 years, man. Like I was getting emotional last night going through these photos and trying to come up with a collage because this show has meant so much to me over the past 4. Because I'll be honest, I said right from the start when Christian put us together, I said, look, I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. He says you don't have to be. Just go in and be yourself.
That's what's great about this panel, I think. You know, and I think that one of the things that separates us from a lot of the other podcasts out there is like you have people like Adam and I that are encyclopedias of DC knowledge, and we also have very distinct different viewpoints on this stuff. Roxy provides such a great balance between that, and then you come in and you are just kind of the guy that loves this stuff. You're the guy. You're like my girlfriend. You don't know the history, but you can enjoy it. So you're just kind of like a lot of people out there that
I've done a lot of research.
You're the guy that their gateway. I'm like Johnny. I don't know about these movies, but I want a guy's opinion that doesn't know about the movies.
It's important to have different points of view, and you're so good as just kind of the host and the traffic cop for everything we've done.
Yes.
For guiding the discussions, and it's going to not be the same show without you here all the time.
Who's going to separate the two of us when we go at it?
I don't know.
And when Roxy gets on your side a lot, this is going to be a bloodbath.
And of course, we got to thank Ricky Middlesworth, of course.
Look at that picture!
Yeah,
ain't that a cute picture? Look at us.
Yes.
Look at the smiling faces. Look at how happy
Look at
that
my
was
mutton
right
chops
there.
And then of course we had people
DC
like
movie is the team and Schmodown. Oh, what happened to that team?
Ricky Middlesworth making photos for us.
What happened to that team right there?
Yeah, Mike, you really Got rid of
You
that.
don't got the picture of the breakup picture there, do you? No, I don't. You didn't put that picture up there?
I do not have a breakup photo. I
Double fingers
apologize.
up there?
You're everything I wish
look at
I
that.
could be.
Look at that.
Oh,
man.
I could fly higher than an eagle.
Man, Jesus, what-
'Cause Johnny,
What a way we've come.
you
What
are
a
the
far,
wind beneath my wings.
far way we've come.
Thank you guys. It's really meant so much to me. That's why I'm going to stay a part of the show. Like, I'm still going to... Like, if you see a rundown, odds are I'm there. I'm behind it. I just won't be in studio physically. But trust me, I'm going to be still doing the social media thing. I'm still going to be all... Just stay tuned. Follow me. And then I'm definitely going to let everyone know when I can what my next step in life is going to be. But right now, just going to, lay low and go forward and
Yes. And to be fair, I also don't know what you're doing, and I really am curious. We can't wait to find out. And
Thank you.
Like you said, you'll keep us posted. I'm very, very excited and interested.
Is there going to be a reveal of it? Or are you finally going to be able to... Like, will it be like... Finally, guys, this is what I've been hiding.
Yes.
This is it, and you'll throw it up.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
But it's really
All right.
been an honor to be a part of the show, and it's been a thrill. We've had so many great memories. 4.5 years flew by, and it's all because of you. Everyone listening, everyone watching. That's why we're still here, and that's
look
why
at
the
that.
show...
We saw Justice League on the lot. For
sure
Pride
did.
Week, so it helped us. You
And I
guys, the
loved it.
fans of
Man,
this group, have really
Those
helped
are some
us.
rose-colored glasses.
And I love the movie, so I don't care. Whatever
Yeah.
it says.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, so, with that said, Adam, put yourself over.
Hey guys, I'm not going anywhere. I'm Adam Gertler, and you can find me at Adam Gertler. Go to Doghouse, buy a Ninja Foodie, cook yourself some grub, talk to me on Twitter, Instagram, and we'll see you soon.
Mikey.
Hey guys, Mike Klonowski, and you can't get rid of me. I'm staying here, so you just find me on Twitter. That's my main thing.
You're good at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to balance. I'm trying to keep a more level. I've learned a lesson on Twitter.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you can't always read tone by some people.
Yes.
And my
this
girlfriend
true.
is a phenomenal, babe, don't respond that to that person.
Right.
They meant it this way.
Sure.
And I'm like, no, this person's coming at me, this and that. She's like, babe, you're not reading it right. This is probably some person that just doesn't understand. She's not trolling you.
She's amazing.
And she's like the little voice on my shoulder that's like, don't type that, don't type
Yeah.
that. And so I am trying to be better on Twitter. I know I come off sometimes kind of strong against people that have, I assume the worst. I assume this person's attacking me, and then it's
No.
like, and then so many people are just like, Mike, no, huge fan. I was just messing with you. And also, now with the Schmodown, people kind of come at me from a heel standpoint, and I realize that they're just playing with me.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm trying
I
to be,
get it.
I'm trying to be
Sometimes-
better. I'm
sometimes-
trying to be better in my regular interactions on
I
Twitter.
got
instead of-
riled up by a kid who tweeted us last week about how he claims he went in to see Shazam.
Don't even give
No,
we're
no,
not talking about you.
Yeah.
You go away. I don't
No.
want to hear your opinion, Tony. Go away.
Yeah, so it's
that
like
guy, we know Tony.
That
Get
even
outta
got
here
me
with that
riled up, and
garbage.
I'm like, why are you wasting our
He
time?
started again yesterday. It's like, nah,
That's
Tony, you're not. My girlfriend says it best, and you'll appreciate this. She's like, Mike, it's like every time you get riled up, you're like, up, and here comes Kalinowski off the top ropes. That's her saying for me. She's like, you come off the top ropes
It's
all the
great.
time at people.
Splash.
So I'm being
All right.
better.
Well, follow Roxy Striar at Roxy Striar. She's in Chicago this weekend doing the Schmodown stuff, amongst other things as well. And we are at DC Movie News Live on all social media platforms. And thank you to the Popcorn Talk for having this show. And I'm at JQuasto on all social media if you want to follow me. And I will make sure I let you guys all know what's going to be happening in life. But with that said, as I say every single week, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We love you. We'll see you next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.